Hello everyone, Man of Interest here with This Week in Keyboards, a weekly source for weekly keyboard news, and this week we have some good topics to talk about. We have some keyboards, we have some keycap sets. Let go. Whoa there, but right before we head off into the realm of keyboard news, how about a quick word from the sponsor of this episode, ZealPC.net. Over at ZealPC.net, you can grab the tactile Zelio switches, which are best described as tactile and very snappy. These awesome switches can be grabbed through the affiliate link I have down in the description below, where every purchase will help out this channel. Honestly, I'm a big fan of these switches, and I have these in my TX60 that I use somewhat regularly. These are really fun switches that you should consider for your next tactile build. Link below. Bing! Okay, let's get on with the keyboard news because we're starting it off with a 65%. It's the NR65, the first 65% from Foxlab. Foxlab has been putting out some interesting looking boards, so maybe a bit of a surprise that they're going for a simpler look with the outward appearance this time. Despite that, this board still has many bells and whistles enthusiasts will be clamoring for. The case will feature a 3-layer structure and a gasket-mounted plate. The plate itself may have an option for the composite material G10, which is commonly used for knife handles. There may be an option for a POM case, which will be interesting because it's the normal mix-up compared to the usual polycarb cases everyone's been offering. I wonder if the price for a palm case would be equitable to a polycarb case. So, an interesting insider tidbit they shared with us is the brass parts will now be E-coated because of the high failure rate of PVD brass. In fact, for the group buy for the Leaf 60, they had to scrap/recycle over 80 pounds of brass. That's quite a bit. I'm a bit excited to see how the option for the pattern welded steel will turn out, since it's supposed to give that steel the Damascus look. That's something I've wanted on a keyboard for a cool minute now. There's also going to be an option for a titanium plate, cool, and a foam sheet between the plate and the PCB. The current estimated price will sit at $295 for the basic aluminum kit, which isn't too bad. But I'm curious how many people would actually get that compared to with all of the upgrades, easily pushing this board $350 and above. It's a board I'm a bit curious about. I don't think I'll get it, but I'd strongly consider it. We'll see how my wallet feels when the group buy begins. Next up, we have a key set, and this one is it's a bit of an odd duck. It's the interest check for the MG Ember by Mooney Chang. The MG keycaps are a new profile based on Topra's high-profile keycaps, which I find fascinating. Whether or not they'll live up to that challenge will have to meet the test of my fingertips. But saying it's Topra-inspired is a good start to whet people's appetites. The first colorway, Ember, is inspired by the movie City of Ember and it plays off it with a low saturated yellow paired with a Dolce-like colorway. Unlike other profiles that start out with, dye-sub PBT or laser/infilled ABS out of the gate, this set will be produced with double-shot ABS, which means these molds will probably cost them a pretty penny, and I wonder if that's going to be reflected in the final price. Hopefully we'll get some more details soon, and it looks like we're getting a lot of high-profile competitors on the market like MT3 and now MG. But where are the cherry profile competitors? Our next topic is the Cygnus by Phoenix Star. It's a F-rowless TKL with a double gasket mount plate, the gaskets being made of Poron, a microcellular polyurethane material meant for automotive, electronic, and industrial gasketing and sealing. The board will be made out of 6063 aluminum with a PVD brass weight and plate. The plate will be described as Swiss cheese for mega flex. To add to that flex while you're typing on the 5.5 degree typing angle is a thin 1.2mm PCB. The colors that will be offered are Onyx Black, Titanium Gray, Nightingale Blue, Amethyst Purple, and Cygnus Teal. The renders we have so far are decent and the board doesn't look too bad. I think a lot of people won't mind missing their F-row in terms of use, but it might take some getting used to aesthetically. Our next keyboard interest check is for the Tin by Landrum. Tin means tall, pointed mountaintop. Alpine, like mountains with jagged peaks. Not really getting a strong sense of the jaggedness from my keyboard that looks this clean, but at least Landrum's naming scheme is consistent. The board will have a seamless top with an optional brass insert on the bottom. The colors available will be ultramarine, blue, round 1 gray, and silver. The case will be available with and without HHKB blockers and will come with the Wilba WT60-D PCB for that sweet VIA compatibility. The tin will feature a total isolation mount with evenly distributed stress points for the plate by having the plate rest around the entire edge with rubber gaskets and a carbon fiber positioning frame. This is pretty much all the information we have for now, so we'll have to see how the pricing turns out. It's going to be a curious case for the tin. This next topic is a huge one. It's a hot topic. It's the thermal. Designed by Wilba and manufactured by Ramaworks, this 60% is quite the unique looker. The top case is available in either a full 60% or HHKB option for your aesthetic option or choice. The plate is leaf spring mounted, which we can see in the picture here, which is a unique thing and I think it's worth trying out. Or it's worth waiting for a friend to try out to tell you how it turned out. But if you're that friend, the thermal can be yours for $360 if you order before the pre-order deadline of September 7th, 2019. The typing angle is a fine 8 degrees, which will be great with most all keycap sets out there. PCB, of course, will be the WT60-B or WT-60BX, depending if you want to go for hot swap or a soldered version of the PCB. The case is secured with Torx screws, which I think it's a nice touch. And yes, Rama will be including the Torx tool for those without a toolkit that has that bit. Extra plates are $30, extra PCBs are $80, and a starter kit that includes screw and stabilizers as well as 70 Gateron ink switches will set you back $60. Overall, the thermal is looking pretty good, and in theory, I like the leaf mount plates. I think we'll have some flex, but still a good degree of firmness throughout. There'll be a good middle ground between a plate that's too rock solid and a plate that's too flexy with that aluminum leaf spring. It's gonna be interesting. So, do you have the hots for the thermal, or does it leave you a bit cold? I'm warmed up a good amount to it. I think the looks are going to be really hit or miss with a lot of people, but I think I'll be in it to win it. Okay, let's go over some keycap interest checks. Kemah is bringing us the interest check for GMK Future Funk. This key set is inspired by the extra groovy tunes of the Future Funk genre, and the group buy will be taking place on February 1st, 2020 over at thekey.co with other international proxies to be determined down the line. So all the colors are based off Pantones, which look decent, but hopefully OP will be able to color match them to RAW colors in the near future to make GMK's life a bit easier. They did say they tried to match to RAW chips and couldn't. That could mean trouble down the line when they go back and forth for color matching, but we'll see. This set reminds me a little bit of GMK Dracula that we interest checked a while back that I covered, but we'll see. I think the dark theme is the way to go with this set instead of the light alphas. Hopefully we see more renders soon. Next up, GMK Moon Dust by Hisui. This is a interesting purple set. It's like the modifiers from Violet Tendencies had a creamy child with the alphas of purple and white to create this set, and I think it could work out pretty well. I'm liking how it looks in the renders, but once again, with that Pantone, gotta work on your RAL matching game. This set will also be competing with GMK Future Funk in February 2020, and will have Canon keys be the US proxy with international proxies to be announced down the line. At least this interest check has some more renders. Yeah. Okay, last up for this little roundup of GMK interest checks is GMK Firefly by Ember. Hey, someone matched with RAW colors, awesome. There's still a lot of TBDs with this set, but in terms of showing us the general idea, it's a good start. This is another set that will be separating the numpad out of the base, while including the numpad extras, the Alice B and Spacebar kit, and an all-in-one encompassing extra. There's a plan for a future Icon kit, 40s kit, possibly Norde UK in the works. What do you all think about this set? I don't think the colors are for me, but I think there's a nifty comparison against Metropolis, Nord, and Dracula, And when I look at that, is this the new age of dark and edgy keycap sets? It could be. It's like dark and edgy with like a bright color splash. Contrast. People like it. Well, that's it for this week in keyboards. Sorry content has been coming out a bit slow. I've been busy with the real world. But hey, that's life. Once again, you should check out the sponsor of this episode, zealpc.net, through my affiliate link in the description down below. Yeah. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.